already had their own cultures, tradition before the coming of the colonizer. Their own system of beliefs and indigenous knowledge helped them to thrive and survive their lives and communities for many years ago. The scientific knowledge of Filipino people before the pre-Spanish time were incorporated already to their own way of life, such as planting their own crops that provide them food and taking care of animals to help them in their daily tasks, and it is their food production. Special science classes were organized and special science elementary established in the different regions. Asians from this science and basic education were continuously empowered. The current K-12 education programs included science, technology, engineering, and mathematics as one of its major tracks in the senior high school program to encourage more students to enroll in science-related fields in college.
Early Filipinos have exhibited science and technology in their ways of life. This scientific and technological knowledge that they exhibited and practiced were influenced by factors such as survival, culture, and economic activities. These methods and work of the early Filipinos are now termed as indigenous science. In 1901, Act No. 74 of the Philippine Commission created the Department of Public Instruction. This act included provisions that established schools that provide free primary education for Filipinos. Americans primarily aimed to develop human resources in the Philippines and brought great impact in the country. Science and technology, or S&T, play an important role in sustaining a long-term growth of the country. In the Philippines, the Department of Science and Technology, or DOST, is the agency concerned with advancing the country's scientific and technological capacity. The DOST have existing projects such as
S&T works to encourage academic and industrial partnerships. Malik Scientist Program to encourage Filipino scientists to outgo and work on researches and projects with fellow Filipino scientists. Establishment of the National Science Complex and the National Engineering Complex in order to develop S&T and engineering manpower resources in the country. It's very common to see and learn about contributions of famous scientists from foreign countries in our textbooks. However, as Filipinos, it's important that we are aware of Filipino scientists who have made significant works and contributions to the development of science and technology in the country. Tissue culture in Philippine Mingos, Serpino Mamiso, observing Antarctica using satellite images, Josephus Jr., famous electrical engineer, officers of Institutes of Electrical and Electronic Engineering, Lourdes Cruz, research at CCL Bengue, Fabian Dabri, herbal medicine research, Rafael Guerrero III, and tilapia culture research, Enrique Estrella Jr., invention of mechanutrals testing, Lilian Patena, research at plant biotechnology, Marie Jo Ruiz, outstanding educator and graphic theories, Gregory Tangona, communications and technology research.
Science education focuses on teaching, learning, and understanding science. This means exploring pedagogical theories and models in helping teachers teach scientific concepts and process effectively. Understanding science implies developing and applying science process skills and using science literacy in understanding natural world and activities in everyday life.
The concept of science and technology in the Philippines. The modernization of the science and technology in the Philippines was colonized by the Spaniards. And the second one is the American colonial period. The development of the science and technology in the Philippines was established during the American occupation through the establishment of government research institutions. The Americans have more influence in the development of the science and technology in the Philippines compared to the Spaniards. They established the public education system, improved the engineering works and health condition of the people. They established the Mode Research University, the University of the Philippines, and created more public hospitals than the former colonial master. post-war However, World War II was established the development of the country in many ways. Institutions and the public facilities were turned into ashes, houses were burned, and many lives were destroyed. The country had a difficult time to rebuild itself from the ruin of the war. Science School in the Philippines. The Philippines is doing its best to improve the science education in the Philippines. One of the strategies pursued by the government is to establish academic programs, scholarship and science school that will support students to pursue career in science and technology and to nurture their gifted potential in science. Science in the University of the Philippines system. University of the Philippines, as the national university, remains to be the top university in the country in terms of the number of the science degree program from undergraduate to graduate level. DOST Funded Scholarship. The Department of the Science and Technology, DOST, provides scholarship to the deserving Filipino student to take science, technology, engineering, agriculture, forestry, computer science, and other university in our country. The goal of this is to increase the human talents for science and technology.
Science education and basic education. Basic education remains to be an important preparation to recruit a student to study science. Thus, the government is implementing basic education programs that promote science education in the country. There are also several government programs implemented by the Department of Education and few private schools for science and education. Philippine Science High School System, or PSHSS. This is a government program for the gifted student in the Philippines. It is a service institute of the Department of Science and Technology, or DOST, whose mandate is to offer free scholarship basis for the secondary courses with a special emphasis of the subjects pertaining to the science with the end view of the preparing its student for the science career. Republic Act number 3661, the school mandates for mandatory for all its students. SSES, in short for Special Science Elementary Schools. The Special Science Elementary Schools, or SSES project, is pursuing the DepEd Order number 73, Section 2008, and Department Order number 51, Section 2010. This project started in June 2007 with 57 identified elementary schools that participated or were identified as science elementary schools in our country.
Regional Science High School. The school was established on September 17, 1967. Originally, it was named Quezon City Science High School. It was turned into a regional science high school for a national capital region in 1999. The school was a product of a dream established a special science school for talented students in science and mathematics. The focus of the curriculum is on science and technology. School still teaches the basic education courses prescribed by the Department of Education, or DepEd, for secondary education. However, there are additional subjects in science and technology that students should take. The school envisions to serve a venue in providing maximum opportunities for science. Gifted students develop spirit and inquiry and creativity. This is a supported by the local government unit and by the Parents and Teachers Association, or PTA.
The Manila Science High School. The Manila Science High School was first established on October 1, 1963 as the Manila Science High School, or MSHS. It is the first science high school in the Philippines. The organization and the curriculum of the school puts more emphasis on science and mathematics. Students are also encouraged to participate in various extracurricular activities. The school aims to produce scientists with souls in order to do the humanities, and the electives are included in their curriculum. The second is the Central Visayan Institute Foundation. It is the home and the pioneer of the prominent school-based innovation known as the Dynamic Learning Program, or the DLP. The DLP is a synthesis of classical and modern pedagogical theories adapted to foster the highest level of learning, creativity, and productivity. The school takes pride in Research Center for Theoretical Physics or RCTP. RCTP established in 1992, which organizes small international workshops to foster the informal but intense exchange for ideas and perspective on outstanding problems in physics and mathematics. Let us now proceed in the challenges in science education in the Philippines. The first is the shortage of qualified science teachers, and the funding of the public school is obviously not enough to properly compensate teachers and provide students with quality facilities. The second is the teacher-centered strategies as well as outdated methods also hinder students from being interested in science. The third is many professionals in the field of S&T have to leave the country because of more opportunities abroad. The last is teacher-centered strategies also affect the learning of the students in the sciences, as this strategy focuses on the discussion of the teachers. The school system indeed plays a big role in the formation of the scientifically driven minds, wherein the youth is directly affected, while talented students honed in the field of mathematics and science learn quickly. The school system indeed plays a big role in the formation of scientifically driven minds, wherein the youth is directly affected, while talented students honed in the fields of mathematics and science learn quickly. The government has yet proved itself an aid in reaching the country's set objective.
Region is all about indigenous science and technology in the Philippines. Early times, Filipinos tried to invent alternative ideas to know the world around them. This system of knowledge is called indigenous knowledge, which is the foundation of indigenous science. But first, when we say indigenous science, it refers to traditional, environmental, and cultural knowledge.
When we say indigenous science, it refers to the traditional, environmental, and cultural knowledge. For example, traditional healing herbs and other plants. Indigenous technology refers to the technological knowledge associated with our ancestors, who originated and developed the art of using natural resources.
Here are some examples of indigenous knowledge. First, weather prediction from animals' behavior. Second, indigenous way of planting. Third, indigenous medicinal plants and herbs. Fourth, preserving foods. Examples are buro at pagtutuyo. Fifth is the indigenous tools that they are using for living that is made of woods, like the ladder they are using, and the material they are using for the hunting is made of stone and wood.
Meanwhile,
Tayo, magandang hapon po.
Anong ginagawa ng mga second class?
What they show in the situation are the examples of indigenous practices here in the Philippines to show respect to the elders, the po and opo, and the pagkaman.
1. Indigenous science use science process skills such as observing, comparing, classifying, measuring, problem solving, inferring, communicating, and predicting. 2. Indigenous science is guided by culture and community values such as the following. The land is a source of life. It is a precious gift from the Creator. The earth is divided as Mother Earth. It is the origin of their identity as people. All living and non-living things are interconnected and interdependent, which is other. Human beings are steward or trust of the land and other natural resources. They have a responsibility to preserve it. Nature is a friend to human, being in need respect and proper care. 3. Indigenous science is composed of traditional knowledge, practices, and value by people and communities such as introbiology, intromedicine, indigenous farming methods, and folk astronomy.